Where you're going live. You're live. Or maybe, yeah. Yeah, so we're back for another live stream. I'm gonna fix my wig, Just gonna fix my wig because my wig is not been fixing. Yeah, so welcome to a foreigner in the Philippines. Just where's my wig?
Now, this is not a wig. She went and spent 7 hours in a chemical, in a little tiny salon that reeked of chemicals. I don't know how she could do it, but she did.
Yeah,
so one, we're talking about salons and Beth doing her rebonding.
Yeah, so we got one viewers out there.
Hey,
Hello,
good evening.
good afternoon, good morning, whatever parts of the world you are. So our topic for our live stream for tonight is how to handle breakup. How did you handle it?
How did you handle it?
How to moving
moving
on after
Moving
breakup. How
Yeah.
did you handle it? And our subtopic is questions and answer portion. Just anything that you want to ask or topic that you want to tackle, just comment in our live stream. Well, the other viewer, we got what two become
so it was
one.
a quick hello goodbye. Hello
goodbye. Hello, good morning, goodbye. Yeah, you need to our viewers, you need to have your attendance. I'm gonna have a roll call, so you need to have your
again.
you need to have your attendance click in. Okay, you need to show up so that your attendance will be checked. So we got two viewers out there. Give us who you are. We got three viewers out there. Fill up your the attendance sheets by commenting there.
I think the signal is
the signal okay?
Is not so good. That's why we're going from 1 to 3 and then back to 2 and then back to 1.
Yeah, so
and now we're up to 9.
Wow.
Okay, so
check attendance, okay?
Yeah, and the subject is breakups and how did you
move on?
How did you move on? That's it's a big thing.
Yeah, and anything that you want to tackle or questions and answer portion, just participate. Please participate on our live stream and comment there.
So what's this?
Taligsik City. She's already in our live chat before, so check attendance. Good morning from USA. Takla na.
Takla na.
Tamsak, maybe tamsak. Give us tamsak, thumbs up on our live stream.
Now we already know what takla means, so yeah, it turned out it was Kapampangan. Not I thought it was Tagalog, but it's not.
Yes. So we got 8 viewers. How did you move on? Moving on after the breakup, how did you move on? How did you handle
How do you survive?
Yeah. So she knows.
She knows.
I think every one of us have experience about breakup, because the relationship didn't work out. How did you handle it? In your own experience, how did you cope up the breakup?
What was your little trick for keeping your heart intact and learning to trust again?
Yeah.
I think that's
because that's another
the other thing.
Yeah, because that's another thing. If you've been having in a breakup, you always thought that that person is not is the same with the other one.
Mountain Man.
Mountain Man Philippines.
Have you watched my video?
So you know your neighbor.
So you know your No, I haven't actually. That would be good because I'd actually know what you look like. You keep telling me that you're seeing me and that I'm nearly running you over in the truck but I never know. You're an invisible person.
Yeah, check attendance, the Mountain Man Philippines. We'll try to check out your video. Darn your Terrence. We'll try to check out so we will know your face. We will know your face because you know us, but we don't know your face.
Okay, so Mountain Man, I'm damned. Okay.
Yes. So again, please participate. How did you move on your breakup? How did you handle it? So we got 7 viewers out there. I think nangatug na sila. Nangatug na. But before you sleep, you need to have your attendance to be check attendance, okay? So we got 12.
We're not at school, okay? So
we got 12 viewers out there. Please participate on our live stream. How did you move on your breakup? How did you handle it? How did you handle it?
How did I handle it?
Yeah.
I believe that if you break up, you should get rid of everything from that relationship. I don't think you should keep any little keepsakes. I don't think you should keep any favorite records. I don't think you should keep any photographs. I think you should make a clean break. If necessary, change your phone number.
Yeah.
Just everything, the lot. That's what I think. Especially if you move into another relationship. I don't think you should bring the old into the new. Definitely no phone calls and little sharings of anything.
Yeah. So
It's
another
in the past, it's gone.
acceptance, acceptance that you are, there's someone better than him. Yeah, from Ponyland. Hi, ma'am, sir. Mountain Man, I've been with my wife 12 years, so I don't know how to move on. I'm stuck.
After 12
Congratulations.
years, you have a successful marriage. It's not a skill that you are going to have to need.
Ponyland, thumbs up, Dan. Thank you for giving us a thumbs up, thumbs up. Gar H, it was a long time ago. I was young and remember just faking that it didn't bother me. Not the best way, I suppose.
Well, it's actually, they do say, don't they, for a variety of reasons, faking it is a way that works.
Yeah,
like
pretend that
if
you're not affected.
yeah, if you pretend everything is okay, sooner or later it will be okay. Part of the pretense is the ability to actually feel that you are moving on.
Yeah, because others
Not so
saying,
bad. It's
because
not so bad.
after the breakup, you says, I'm okay. So in other words, if you meet the ex, you'd pretend that you're not affected, but deep inside, when you come home, you're crying.
Well, hopefully, not necessarily.
Mountain Man Philippines,
Thank you.
good advice there. And so we got 20 viewers out there. Finally, they wake up. Please participate on our live stream in a chat live. How did you move on the break? Moving on the breakup. How did you move on?
So, Terence, you remind me of my daddy. You're a very wise man. Thank you very much. I hope you're not too old. Well, I'm as old as I am. There's no getting away from it, is there?
So share your experience. How did you move on your breakup? Because there's no breakup that it didn't break our heart. Because we that person, no matter how painful is the breakup, we admit that person is part of our life for a single time. For a few months or few years together. But it just happened. It didn't work well because different. Different. You have different perspective, and maybe he finds someone.
Yes.
Betrayal,
So, Mountain Man Philippines,
I'm
I'm
43.
43.
So as I says, we
You
got
got so far to
28
go. You know
viewers
that.
out there. Please participate if you are moving on after breakup. How did you handle? As I says, I think the best, what you call that, the most painful breakup is when you are being betrayed. You got me? When you've been
Yeah.
betrayed by the someone that you love,
Yes.
with someone that you thought that you can share your future with him or with her. George D76, hi guys. I watched in tears the woman Filipina in chain. Just wondering how she is going. My heart broke.
Well, we actually went back and we did. It was difficult because we were suffering various things ourselves, but we did arrange for someone who was more local to go there, and we paid for everything so that the house would be built, and so they got a new house. But the good thing was that on the last visit, we went there, and the main girl who seemed to have the best chance of actually getting out and surviving, she wasn't there. So we stayed a little while, and then reluctantly we left. And coincidentally, on the way home, we met her before we got to the car. Between the house and our truck, we met her, and she actually seemed to be doing well. Didn't she have a job, Beth?
Yeah, the last time we heard is she has a job now. Because it's very far from us. It's in the mountainside.
Mabini.
Which is around 2 hours or 2 hours and a half going there, or 2 hours, something like that. So it's quite far. We build them a house, to make sure that they have a proper area and at the
A
same
place to
and
live.
close to
Yes.
live. Yeah, from Mount Gary H. Terence, you a young pup compared to my dad. Mountain Man Philippines, take care, guys. Wife has focus in oven
Has tacos in the oven
and the
and the
bed
bed
is
is
ready.
ready.
Boom. Good
You're
night,
so
sir.
easily bored. Tacos and early to bed.
Junabel TV, thumbs up. Thank you, ma'am. Mega shout out to all from Junabel TV. Thank you for the
Right?
thumbs up. Juicy Yukawa, check attendance. Good evening, Beth and Terence. I'm from Japan. Lady Faith, cheers. Good morning from California,
California.
a foreigner in the Philippines. Thank you, ma'am, for here in our live stream. George DC26, thank you, Terence and Beth. You both are beautiful. Thank you. Wow, that's great. Thank you. Yeah, from Jonabel TV, shout out Juicy Yukawa.
Mhm.
Yeah, so again, please participate in our live stream. Moving on after breakup, but there are some relationship that they are the first and the last, and if that's the situations, congratulations, right?
Mhm.
Because they are the first boyfriend and the last boyfriend because they got married right away, right? Yeah, so again, to all the marriages out there, thank you. Congratulations for having a successful marriage. Junabel TV, how are you both? We're doing good. We're still working on our house.
Yes.
So we got 24 viewers out there. Pang mata na mo, kaya nagsugod na ang atong live stream. Okay? So, as I said, that's our topic. And our subtopic is questions and answer portions, whatever you want to answer at
Yes.
questions and a topic that you want to tackle on this live stream,
Mhm. Mhm.
And we continue our, what's our topic last night, Han? What's our topic last
I
night?
don't, honey, that was a whole 24 hours ago.
Yeah, sometimes you cannot remember. It's just been yesterday. Or I think our topic yesterday is moving to America,
Well,
no?
what did we have for lunch?
I forgot what was already the topic last night.
Oh,
Francis G. Laprene. Wow, this is a new attendance. Moving on after a breakup, I've survived by going away from my ex-wife 3,000 kilometers away for 2 years. It really helped.
I think that's true,
Yeah,
You know,
not seeing that person.
Yeah, like when an alcoholic decides to attack their problem, and they go to one of these Alcoholics Anonymous things. They say, don't walk down the same streets that you used to. You change your friends. You do everything that is changed. I don't know, change your clothes, change your underwear. That's a good start.
Because
Change.
because if you just have break up your exes and you see them regularly or every often,
That must be very
it's
difficult.
it will not help the healing. It
Mhm.
will not heal the wound. So better let them erase in your mind in the scenario for a couple of years until you can see in yourself when you met him, I move on or met her.
Mhm.
So again, please participate on our live stream. Moving on after breakup, how did you handle it? And our subtopic last night. What's our topic last night?
I don't know. I remember. It doesn't matter. We're in today.
We continue our
We're in
subtopic
today.
last night. If you remember, comment here.
Okay. Underwater adventures. There you are. Okay. Good morning from Guam. How did I handle it? Badly, I'm afraid. Join a club. Live and learn. Hopefully, I won't have to go through it again. And we all hope that we can do that. And I think part of the whole thing of a breakup is sometimes you realize that maybe it wasn't necessary, but I don't think you can go back. That's the thing. Sometimes those hurts and all of those wounds, they won't allow you to go back, especially as Beth said, if there's a betrayal that's involved. Moving on is the thing.
Yeah, because if there's a betrayal involved, the next relationship, it's very difficult for you to trust because there's already a broken piece in your heart. So from Kamayo Girl Shine, it's a new on our live stream.
Yes.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to everyone. Good afternoon, whatever parts of the world you are. Stay safe of this pandemic. We're still in pandemic. And let's hope that it's going back to normal. So every airport will be open, port will be open.
Right. So
From
Formby in the Philippines. The best thing to happen to me was when my ex found another man in England. That's when I planned my retirement to the Philippines. Now I have a 1 in a million Philippines girlfriend. Well, actually, talking about moving on, having a 1 in a million girlfriend is a pretty good start.
you know, yeah.
Maybe that will be all you
I
ever
think
need.
I think the other thing that you need to put on your mind that that relationship didn't work didn't work out because there's someone better that deserve for your love, So
Yeah.
although it's really painful, especially if you're in the shoes, because as I says, you really dream that that's the last, that's the last relationship that you can be together. You build the same, you build dreams. You started thinking that he is the last or she is the last, but then suddenly it cracked. So moving on is not an easy process. It's always been there's some acceptance, what you call that, healing, acceptance that
Yeah.
things happens for a reason.
Yeah.
From
So-
Glenna Tuti, hi all. So
Hello, Glenna.
she's new on our live chat. So again, we got 25 viewers out there. Participate on our live stream. What is our topic last night? I forgot. But we can continue on the topic and give
Well,
us
we have
a
a topic
thumbs up.
together. That's why you have
Yeah.
a different one each way. So, Kamayo, Girl Shy, stay safe. God bless. Makikining, and I and the rest
Makikinig
of it
na
over.
lang din ako, makikinig na lang din ako sa advice kahit single. Shout out Surigao del Sur. To all single out there, we need to find a topic for. We need to find a topic for a single as our subtopic.
But that is a topic for a single. That's what the singles go through.
Oh,
That's why
okay.
they stay single, isn't it? That they go through terrible breakups. And the thing that we're talking about now is to be able to survive whole and to
Yeah.
realize that you haven't left part of yourself back there just because it was terrible. And let's face it, some of us go through the most awful things. I actually watched something on television once, and I didn't hear the woman's story, but she was telling this story to the presenter, to the person who was presenting the show. And she had obviously just told this terrible story. The presenter said to her, "That is the most heartbreaking, terrible story that I've ever heard. And I appreciate how you must be feeling." And the woman was in pieces. The presenter said to her, "Here's my advice. Tell that story again. Tell it to anybody that will listen. Tell it to the milkman. Tell it to the mechanic. Tell it to the doctor. Tell it and tell it and tell it and tell it and tell it.
You move on.
And then don't tell it anymore."
Because you're getting tired of telling it.
No, you're supposed to get tired of telling it,
Getting
and you're
tired.
supposed to be able to leave it behind. That's the whole
Yeah.
idea.
So as it says, it's not an easy to move on. Glina Toti, I've been following your video host. Hey, Norberto Matos, hello from Florida. Good evening. How are you guys
Doing
going
good.
today? We're doing good.
Doing
Thank you. Love Marie, hello host. Good evening. Shout out po. Hello, Love Marie. Jasmine Montiero, you are great to speak English. Did you learn from Terence?
No, she didn't. She won't learn anything from
I'm
me.
hard-headed.
I try to tell her to do something to make it better, but she is very hard-headed.
No, I'm listening. Sometimes you're just impatient.
But what she does is she accused me of rat-a-tat. So rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. Because I said to her, this is the way that you should
Yeah.
pronounce that.
And you also remember that sometimes there are the cost of breakup. It's not just because of your partner. It might be that you have contributions why the relationship didn't work out.
Well, I think
You know?
that's
You got me because
That's
sometimes if we've been break up and somebody that it's our partner that initiate the breakup. Sometimes we feel a victim, right? You got me.
yeah,
You got
which
me.
is the
So
worst thing.
sometimes,
That's the
sometimes
worst thing to feel.
Yeah, sometimes you just throw all the blame to him, right? All the
Her.
pain to him or to her.
Him or her.
So all you need to do is just think that maybe I also put the ingredients on that breakup.
There's one person that got you into that situation, good, bad, or indifferent. And that's you. You accepted that situation. So all of it is down to you and your choice. Now, this is the good news. The good news is that you're the one that can change it, and you can
Yeah.
change it all, and you can come out whole.
From
So,
Jasmine Montiero, you are agreed to speak out. Yeah.
I already
Norberto
did that.
Matos, good evening. I have everything is good with you guys over
Yes,
there.
it is.
Hi, Beth and Terence. Take care. You both. Shout out from Iligan City to all Mindanao out there. Hello.
Okay.
Dois.
Joyce Cotton Picker. I'm assuming that that's not your real name. Joyce, dear Abby and Phil.
Norberto Matos, you guys are funny. I like that. So as I says, we have our topic. Our topic for tonight is moving on after breakup. How you handle it. And our subtopic. I got a subtopic now.
I
To all
think
single lady, who you gonna prepare to be your next boyfriend? Foreigner or Filipino? Right?
that might be a can of worms.
You know?
The topic last night was all about whether a Filipina can marry herself
For money.
out of poverty
Yeah.
by meeting a foreigner.
Yeah. From Dois Kettenper, there Abby and Phil. Matos, you guys are funny
Arlene,
like that.
there's
Arlen
Arlene.
Tadio. Hello po. Sabi me, hello host and co-host, I'm present now. Yeah, check attendance.
So
Miss B Diary, moving on is all about acceptance and the relationship really ends. Thank you.
yes, that it's finished.
Yeah.
That so very often when you're the one that was dumped, right? Not the dumpee. If you were the one that was dumped, you go along thinking, well, any minute she's just gonna walk through the door and say, "I'm sorry, I realize now how wonderful you are." And it's not going to happen. She's with somebody else, and she's not even thinking of you.
Yeah.
He's not even thinking of you.
From Love Marie, for me, forgive, forget, then move on. I agree. Glenn Tutti, not compatible with their differences, like their opinions, their needs, etc.
Right.
Not compatible. That's why the relationship didn't work
Yes.
out. Francois Gila Prene, I think people break up is because people change even after so many years of marriage. You must adapt the change and respect the other persons. If you don't or can't, then breakups happen.
Yes. If you're growing in different ways, this is when the differences start to widen. So
Yeah.
what we were talking about yesterday about the thin end of the wedge. The wedge starts off and it starts off very, very thin like this, but then gradually it gets wider and wider and wider. And that's what happens when if you don't realize that you are growing apart slightly.
Yeah, your directions is in different directions
Yes,
now.
you must catch that before it gets to the point where you don't care. That's the worst point, and that's the point where everything starts to really go downhill.
Yeah, because for example, you have an agreement, disagreement, and one partner don't care anymore to settle it. So that's why breakup happened.
And one partner doesn't care how the other one feels.
Yeah. From GP, hi GP. Yes, that's true. Maj Gardosi, hello, good evening po. Watching from Saudi. Miss Vidayari at Francois, agree. GP grow strong or grow apart. Same with Pamari. What's Pamari, hen?
Family.
Same.
Not
Maybe.
sure.
Yeah. So
that might be autocorrect striking again.
yeah. So let more on comment, participate on our live chat today. And to all OFW that watching us, thank you so much for watching our vlogs. And as I says, our topic to the new here, moving on after breakup, how did you handle it? And our subtopic is if in the next relationship, who you want to get, who you want to be, Filipino
how you're going to behave
foreigner,
as well. What's this one? Miss Vi or V Diary. So how would a woman know that they are in with the right man? The real question is how to overcome a fear that the X cause from a breakup, and that's very real. If you keep reliving
Yeah.
the breakup, then especially if you were lied to, this is the really terrible thing about being lied to, is you lose your confidence in knowing the truth. That's what being lied to does. That's the inner wound that you don't often even recognize. You have to trust.
Yeah.
There's no other way.
You need
have
to trust in order
and
for you to heal.
take a chance.
Yeah. From Justin, I am from Germany. I got to know a Pinay. She's living in the Philippines. She said, "Let the love start." Since then, I asked her, "What are you doing every day?" She asked me, "Then why?" I asked for everything. Why? I didn't get it. Sorry, sir.
Well, it seems she has a double standard, doesn't it? That she is suggesting, well, let the love start, and for you, the start of the love is getting to know, and you ask questions, and maybe she's not. What you found out is that she's not quite as ready to make the start as you are.
Yeah, and then another way also, I read some articles. Another way to move on the breakup is open the other doors for other people. Get to know them. Who knows, right? But don't take into relationship yet, just to rebound, right?
Yep, that's true.
From
Hi, Susan Garcia. Hi, Beth and Terence. Good evening. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, good
sure.
evening, Mosta. Naka-back home na ba kayo? Shout out, I'm always watching your vlogs here in Cabuyao, Laguna, Cape Sip. We're still in our guest house. We're still
Right, Susan.
working. Kamayu girl shy, how to handle it? Iwasan ang bagay na maalala bawat bagay sa kanya. Hanap ng mga bagay na manlibangan, busyhan sa buhay, isipin na palagi na dahil nangyari ang breakup, dahil di talaga kayo. So what Kamayo girl said is, try to avoid things or places that you reminded him or her, and put in your mind that things happen because you are not meant to each other.
Yes, so in a way, somebody who dumps you has done you a favor.
Yeah.
And if you can get that viewpoint that you actually should feel grateful to them rather than hate them, get the hate out. The hate is the very destructive energy. It's and refusing to forgive that person so you can move on. They call it taking the poison pill yourself, which you hope will poison somebody else.
Yeah, which is, I agree that at first you're really in pain. Yeah, you're really in pain. You hate that person, but then later on, always put in your mind, put in yourselves that you cannot move on if the hatred is still in your heart.
Right.
You need to release that and saying to yourself, I deserve someone better.
Yes.
From Menard Pisidani, hello, check attendance, just 10 things, love, married, true host, relate. Must be diary being lied in a relationship is acceptable. How would you know if a man is really into you?
Well, you have to look at the signs. I mean, everybody has the signs. If a person just keeps all of the very, very small little agreements that are in every relationship, like if he says that he'll call at 5, does he call at 5? Or does he call the next day? If he says that you're going out on Thursday, do you go out on Thursday? And if you don't, then those are all bad signs.
Yeah, who keep his promise.
And you have to be watching for them because they mean something.
Yeah, from GP, relationship are fake and be for the first year. The second year is the start when you really see the real is moving on, is investing in yourself,
Well, that's true.
Yeah, when you've been in the relationship, at first, the woman or the man is very friendly, very caring, very thoughtful. But then as time passes by, it's fading. It's like a clothes that when it's new, it's very nice.
Mm.
But then as far as the more you use it, it's fading the color. So the real color show up. So that's why there's some people says don't marry right away when you're in the relationship because you really don't know what's the color.
That's why they have that ritual in almost any country. You meet the person. Here in the Philippines, you meet the person, and then you decide after you've been friends for a little while that you're going to commit. What's that called here, Beth? When you commit to being boyfriend and girlfriend?
What's the relationship?
Okay. She never gives me the right phrase, and
What?
she'll tell me about this later. But there's a point at which you have to commit to someone. You have to say that, well, I'm definitely interested in you, and then that changes everything. And once you've done that, you agree to be boyfriend and girlfriend. Then you become exclusive, so you don't see other people.
Exclusively dating, right?
That's not the one. I've heard.
Live-in partner?
No, we're lost.
No.
After that, if you agree to get married, you get engaged. And after you get engaged, you're planning to get married. So everything is a step up in the relationship, going to the next level. And if you do that too fast, it doesn't always fail. With Beth and I, here we are 6 years later, and it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, from Highwayman, too much jealousy can hurt a relationship too. Yeah, not
Yes.
trusting each other, each other. From Miss B Diary message restricted, Nikki og Simar, can you guys give me some advice? We broke up because my parents doesn't like man I love, but until now I still love him. You know,
Boy, that's difficult.
you know, because sometimes parents are just been wanted the best for you, and
Yes.
if the parents saw that the man that you love is no work, drunkard, and a lot of vices, you understand that they wanted someone that they are comfortable with and sure that you could hand.
So sometimes they're right, and sometimes they're not. So in the end, it really is down to you. But
yeah, if you fight your love and the person also fight for you.
Fight for it. But one of the things that you have to be aware of is it's a very uncomfortable relationship if parents do not act the girl or boy who is going to be part of their family, because that's what's going to happen. So whenever you go around and see your parents and their face falls when they say him or her, got to really think about that too. How much do you love him, her?
Yeah. From Glenna Toti, but you can't always stay in your comfort zone to hide from the pains. We need to let it happen until the pain is gone.
That's right.
That's
absolutely right.
Absolutely right. From Tess Conning, hello beautiful people. First love broke my heart and moving on was so
tough.
That was tough.
It was tough. That was 30
years ago. I believe time heals everything.
Yeah.
Time heals everything.
I expect you found love since then. Anyway, 30 years ago.
Everything heals. Angel Grace, good evening, Terence and Beth. Hope you are both doing well. Good to see you again. What are the highlights of the day? The highlights of the day is, moving on after breakup. How did you handle it? How did you handle it?
Well, she's asking the question.
What
were the highlights of our
topic.
day?
We're just working.
The highlights, well, we had to go into Taliban.
Yeah.
And
materials.
And get materials for my work on the house. It's very difficult here because things which you really need, you cannot find. And I was looking today for a particular piece of material, a tube of what is it called? I've forgotten what it's called even now. But it blocks up the hole.
Yeah.
So and I need it before you paint. You're supposed to use this stuff to fill in all of the silly little cracks, and then you can paint. I can't get it anywhere. So now, well, what do you do? And here in the Philippines, it's a problem. So you have to find another way around. That was perhaps the low light of the day. And then we got water and some biscuits or something maybe, and we just came home.
Yeah, and then he worked in the house.
And I worked in the house. And I'm enjoying working in the house. I'm enjoying trying to make it really beautiful for when we move back again.
Yeah, we're hoping next month. Miss B Diary, haha, bet you're funny. Thank you, ma'am. I'm just sleepy. Sometimes I'm not absent-minded. I'm absent-minded, sir. Lolita Batan, hello. She's new on our live stream.
Okay, hello.
Chili, Silly, Peri, Peri, Marjorie, Kaulian, Bautista, Kataas, Emungan. Hello po. Ang- Jackie Factor, just forget the past and look for a new one. He
Yes.
agree. You know,
Right.
moving on, find someone that is better and
Yes.
more loving. Jackie John Bank, check attendance. Hello, knows if
No, this is
off,
off subject, but,
but really enjoying
enjoying.
seeing your work
seeing
on the
your work on the
house and
house.
how well it is looking. Thank you.
Right, I did some work tonight. Sometimes what happens is I want to keep working in order to be able to, in order to be able to get the job done quickly. I like to do the work in progress videos and posts for Facebook, but I'm not ready to do it, and the light disappears very, very quickly, and I miss the day. So, did some good work today, and I'll show it tomorrow. And I'm glad to hear that people are still interested. I had thought that it was getting rather boring for people, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, so we got 55 viewers out there. So to those new, our topic for tonight is moving on after breakup. How did you handle it? And also to the single out there, after the breakup, you're single now. What would be your next choice? Filipino or foreigner? Participate in our live stream and give us a thumbs up.
Angel Grace Polyfiller. Good enough. Yeah.
Manilinyang from the single mom journey. Hello, good evening. What happened to me, Terence? I always forgive to the father of my kids having his some kind a hard attitude, and I need to decisions. It's hard from the beginning, but life goes on.
So you're not quite sure there whether you're not making the decision or not hard from the beginning. Yeah, well, you're in the boat now, as my friend used to say. You're in the boat. He's the father of your children.
You know, sometimes what you call that? Sometimes in the relationship, you thought you really wanted to amend it. You know, even though there's already crack in the relationship, you really tried to amend. You repair it, and you tried to pretend that it's still okay. You know, the relationship is still intact. You know, but you're just in denial stage. But always remember that sometimes when it's too much, it didn't help. It's not healthy anymore on yourself. You know, because it's like you're still you wanted to repair in the relationship, but the other person is not willing, you know, so you're just hurting yourself. So better just let go and find someone that appreciate your value.
Which is not so easy here in the
Yeah, it's not an
Philippines,
easy.
because if you've married the man, boy, you really are in the boat.
Yeah, because there's no divorce, you know, there's no
Yeah.
divorce here, and the annulment is very expensive, and it's a long process, you know. Yeah, so Shelly, ang taas na po nga na eh. Shelly, Peri, Marjorie, Cowlen, Bautista, just let it go and find another.
I think that's a good
William Owen, when in a relationship, you must work at it every day. If you have if you have a different of opinion, you must talk, respect each other, and be true.
Good advice. Wise
Good
words.
advice.
Working at it every day. Some people say that it doesn't take hard work. I think it does. I think it needs the willingness to change all the time. You are, you know, lots of times you're coming up against things about the other person that in your own hard-headedness you might not like, and yet it's you that has to change.
Yeah.
Change.
Ann Roy, hello, I'm new here. Thank you, ma'am. Give us subscription. And thumbs up, please. Miss B Diary, I walk out to a relationship that I am not comfortable, and especially if I am cheated and lied. No more words to say, just leave. Woman needs respect.